Hello there, my name is Ted Milcantine, and this is my third video in my series, An Introduction into Chess. In the last video, we took a look of how the pawn moves, learning that the pawn on its first move can move 2 squares forward, and on its second move or after will only be able to move 1 square forward. As you can see in this position, the pawn would have started on this square, so it has already moved 2 forward, meaning it can only move 1 forward from this point on, and the pawn would move like that. On the next move, the pawn could also take the bishop because pawns take diagonally. But going on from pawns, we are going to learn about 2 new pieces, the rook and the bishop. Each side has 2 rooks and 2 bishops, and the rooks will be starting off on the corner squares in the position, and the bishops will be starting off on the third square in, on these 4 right here. The rooks and bishops are very important pieces because these are the pieces that you're going to be doing most of your attacking with. The rook will move as many number of spaces as it wants to, as in both the vertical and the horizontal directions. So I can move my rook here. If I didn't want to move it there, I could also move my rook here, anywhere in the horizontal and vertical directions. The rook cannot go diagonally. It is key that the rook only goes vertically and horizontally. That's where the bishop comes in. The bishop is the one that can move diagonally. The bishop can move as many squares as it wants in the diagonal direction. Unlike pawns, rooks and bishops take in the very same way that they move. The bishop would just take the pawn and would end up capturing it and therefore remove it from the board. Bishops and rooks cannot jump over pieces. As you can see, if I wanted to try to move here, I cannot because there's a pawn in the way. I would have to first take the pawn and then move on my way. Thanks for watching. This has been Rooks and Bishops, and I hope to get you into more of my videos, and thanks for watching.